So they back tweaking in the UK. Apparently, I don't know. They said Bristol got some gang activity going on. What type of gang activity they got going on in the UK? I don't know. That's what we finna find out in this motherfucking video though.
Now, the city of Bristol is located in the southwest of England, and as of 2019, the population of Bristol was around 467,000 residents residing within the city, although the population has most likely increased since this census. In both 2014 as well as 2017, the city of Bristol was named as the best
They
city in
hitting that
Britain in
bitch.
which to live.
Yeah, okay. Why is we making this? Why are we making a video about the best city, the best city in Britain? Obviously, they don't got no gay shit going on, or do they? I don't know.
Bristol even went on to win the European Green Capital Award in
Damn, this
2015,
city
this
getting
award being
awards.
eligible to all cities across Europe that have more than 100,000 residents. And whilst it looked as if Bristol was the ideal place to live, what a lot of people are unaware of is the rise in gang rivalries within the area, thus resulting in stabbings, shootings, and murders occurring in some of Bristol's most populated postcodes. One of these gang feuds is the rivalry between a gang based around the BS16 postcode and the BS2 postcode, more notably known as 16 versus 24. Before I discuss the incidents that resulted in this becoming Bristol's most dangerous rivalry, I need to highlight the main gangs involved in this gang war, and how now 24s or 2s are a street gang based around the St. Paul's and St. Jude areas within Bristol, more specifically the postcode BS2. Before the 24s gang was around the 1990s, a large street crew was more prominent within the St. Paul's area, this gang being known as the Aggie Crew. It's rumored that this Aggie Crew dominated the drug market within Bristol at one point, supposedly making around £1 million, before police would swoop in and arrest the prominent members. Following the
Bro, so they is getting around in Bristol. They one of the best cities, but they still fucking up Bristol. What's going on?
arrests, Jamaican yardie gangs became a lot more prominent within the areas, these including the Hype Crew amongst others, with it being rumored that these yardie gangs had a rivalry with the Aggie Crew, although these gangs aren't really around anymore. And in the 2000s, young gang members from the St. Paul's and Easton areas began to rival one another under the Bloods and Crips. The St. Paul's area became home to the Bristol Blood Gang, whilst Easton was home to the High Street.
Oh damn! So y'all got Bloods and Crips in the UK? Oh, so Bloods and Crips really just everywhere. That's like the universal game, bro. If niggas can't make up their own shit, they just be like, fuck it, man. Bloods and Crips. Bloods and Crips. Like that's I guess everybody just do that shit now. Everywhere. Except for Chicago. Chicago, we don't got no Bloods and Crips. But it seems like everywhere else, motherfuckers just be having Bloods and Crips.
Crew, this gang identifying with the color blue, although it's believed that these gangs have died down just like the Aggie Crew. And as of most recently, the most prominent gang based around the St. Paul's area is that of 24s, or known more simply as 2s, whilst the younger generation of the Easton Crips became known as 5-side, continuing to rival 24s, although nowadays the main beef is
2-4. That's BD. Those the numbers for BD if y'all wait, no.
Between 24s and 16 from BS16. Prominent members of 24s include Gypsy, Eeks, and YJ, with this 24s gang previously having a dangerous rivalry with the 5-side gang, although nowadays the beef is between 24s and the crew known as 16. The gang that rivals 24s is known as 16 or 16 side. This 16 gang is located around the fish ponds and hillfields areas of Bristol.
Fish pond sound like a nice place to live at. That seems like a very beautiful. I hope y'all niggas ain't doing the shit that I think y'all niggas doing, bro. Because they said this was awarded one of the best cities, and none of the other UK videos got awarded the best cities. So I hope y'all niggas is not trying to make this wonderful area a bad area. Because I hate it when niggas do that shit. If you want to gang bang and shit, go to the fucking bad areas and shit to gang bang. Don't make the good areas bad. Because I did see in the comment, y'all want to see the comment? It was a comment of someone saying that Bristol, man, is a good area. So if they saying this is good, this is actually the first comment right here. Right here. Bristol, he from Bristol. It's not bad at all. On gang. So I hope y'all niggas is not trying to make Bristol bad. I hope this is not what y'all niggas trying to do. Because there's some niggas in America that try to do the same shit. Try to make the nice, wonderful areas bad areas. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here doing that shit, bro. Y'all parents work hard to get y'all inside these nice areas for y'all to gang bang in them areas and make it just like the areas niggas trying to get away from.
BS16. The 1-6 gang identifies under the color green. It's important to note that both 1-6 and 5-side have had a long-standing rivalry with 2-4s. Although it's rumored that 1-6 and 5-side aren't directly allied. You may remember that I said 5-side have been in a long-standing rivalry with 2-4s.
I mean, shit, that's how Bristol looking. I don't know. It might be a little bad area. I ain't gonna lie, because that shit don't look like a nice area to be in. You feel me? I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm just talking from what I see.
Well, 1-6 also had beef with 2-4s. This beef then leading to one of the deadliest modern-day gang feuds that has taken place in the city of Bristol. Prominent members of the 1-6s include RC or Loki, TK, and JM. Now, you may be confused as to how groups of teenagers from estates only streets away from one another have come to have such a deadly and bloody rivalry with each other.
I mean, it's because they close. That's the whole reason why they got beef with each other. They ain't gonna beef with niggas that's far away. Let's start there. The reason why niggas beef is because they close to each other. I ain't gonna cap to you now. Like we know that for a fact.
Resulting in stabbings, shootings, and murders taking place within the city of Bristol. Now, it's not exactly known what took place that eventually led
these
to the
niggas
beef
sliding in
between
the
1-6
scooters?
and 2-4 gang. What is known is that both groups used to be chill with each other, even supposedly being affiliated at one point, with it even being rumored that some prominent members of 2-4s used to rep the 1-6 gang before the beef started. Although following an altercation, the gang split, thus forcing members to pick sides and begin to beef their old friends. Now, it's believed that stabbings and brawls broke out between members following this, with rappers beginning to release songs, example being the 1-6 crew, who released a Who's Hard freestyle in September 2018. Under a month following this, however, the beef got deadly when a member of 1-6 was stabbed to death.
Damn.
On the 9th of October 2018, 21-year-old Ronald Lee, or R1, would be standing on Gill Avenue within Fish Ponds, BS16, when a man approached him, stabbing him once, with the assailant then fleeing seconds later. R1 was rushed to hospital, but sadly died 3 days later.
Damn, what the fuck he stabbed him with? What did a nigga stab him with so his ass could die with one motherfucker stab him? Or his ass hit him straight in the chest or some shit? I don't know. But I ain't gonna cap to you, man. Just because it got an award for one of the best cities and shit, I don't think it's one of the best cities anymore. Because that award was like in like 2017. They talking about 2018 shit now. These niggas fucked up another great area, I guess.
On the 12th of October 2018, shortly after the attack on R1, a 48-year-old man was seriously assaulted, even being left in critical condition. The attack left the 48-year-old with brain damage as well as multiple fractures. It's believed this attack was carried out by R1's friends, who had thought that the 48-year-old was responsible for his death. This 48-year-old was a known drug user, even appearing in an article from 2012 which read, "Oxford drug user hid ceiling light fitting." Although this 48-year-old was never convicted for the murder, rest in peace, R1. Only a few.
Oh, so they just being up motherfucking for 48-year-old drug users? Like, these niggas be tweaking, you feel me? I can't say, oh yeah, this is why everybody need to have a gun, because nigga, you's a fucking drug user. You can't use a gun if you're using drugs like that. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. Well, legally, of course you could do it, but talking about the legal laws when they apply to you, so it don't even matter.
Few months following this murder, in March 2019, 2-4's members Gypsy and R5 would release a track titled Pressure. This track did well and amassed a good amount of attention, currently sitting on around 187,000 views. The 2-4's crew then followed this release up with the track titled Who's Hard in May 2019, before then dropping Riding in September 2020. Yes, sir, I was sick for the couple days. Currently sitting on over 80,000 views. 2-4 were not the only gang making noise in the Bristol drill scene. Their rivals, 1-6, would also be making noise. They released the track titled 16 in February 2019.
That mass folks guy's ugly as hell.
This being followed by a track titled Hunting in March 2019. And whilst it looked as if these rappers could maybe make it out of the streets, the gang war in Bristol was continuing and was only going to get more heated following the death of a 2-4's member in December 2019.
Damn.
On the 14th of December 2019, two members of the 2-4's gang would be in a flat, these being Blacks and another 14-year-old unknown boy. Both would be play fighting and got into an argument over an iPhone charger. It's believed that the teen retrieved a knife and told Blacks to come here, in which Blacks ran toward his teen friend, getting stabbed in the process.
Bro, over an iPhone charger? This is why I'm saying niggas be too emotional. Niggas is too sensitive. And when you a sensitive ass niggas, you would kill a nigga over some little ass shit like that, bro. I don't see a nigga that kill a nigga over some goofy shit like that. Like, oh yeah, he a real savage, he a real killer. I'm like, he a sensitive ass motherfucker to kill someone over a motherfucking charger.
Blacks sadly died moments later, with the teen responsible being arrested at his family home in the hours after. A murder trial took place, in which the teenager claimed self-defense, eventually being acquitted of the murder in May 2020, after the jury unanimously agreed he didn't mean to cause any harm to blacks. Either way, rest in peace, blacks. The death of blacks was an incident that repeatedly got mocked by young 1-6 members.
I mean, shit. I mean, how the fuck you ain't mean you do no harm? His ass up the big ass knife up on him.
When they released music. A prime example of this being 16-year-old YM, who rapped about the murder in an unreleased song in which he rapped the lyrics.
Oh dear, oh lord, got bored and he fell to the floor. Got packed for an iPhone cord, you can cop one of them for less than a score. Man, you must feel sore, could have got a charger in a Poundland store.
As I'm sure you can tell, this was a direct...
Damn, niggas did get killed. You see, that's what I was saying, bro. Niggas be like, yeah, that is some goofy shit to get killed over an iPhone charger. But the nigga who killed the nigga over the iPhone charger, they ass a bigger goofy. But he got all self-defense.
As it's believed Blacks was stabbed over an iPhone charger. Rest in peace, Blacks. Only a few months following the alleged accidental stabbing that killed Blacks, a new rapper began to make noise in the underground Bristol drill scene. This being 19-year-old TK or Stretch, who released the track titled AOSD in March 2020. This amassing around 100,000 views in the months after its release. TK then dropped his second track Caliweed in November 2020, also getting around 100,000 views. And whilst it looked as if TK could make it out of Bristol and onto bigger stage, he would sadly be killed in 2022 in an unrelated incident, although I'll speak about that incident later. Sadly, however, even though a spotlight was being shone on the young rappers from these areas in Bristol, what many fans were unaware of was the fact that the deadly gang war in Bristol was going to heaten up in 2021 and 2022, following the death of an alleged 1-6 member that then led to supposed get-back attacks, thus resulting in multiple more people being killed, shot, and stabbed in Bristol. On the 14th of October 2021, 18-year-old Dante Davis, or Carms, who was associated with the 1-6 gang, would be walking home from a music studio in Lawrence Hill with two other friends. Whilst the trio were en route home, a rival 2-4's gang member known as Kayron Sawyers would ride up on a bike and notice the trio. A heated exchange then ensued, in which you can see the members getting into a verbal altercation on CCTV. Kayron Sawyers then told Carms to, quote, "come round the corner." Carms and his two friends then making their way out of view of any CCTV. It's believed that Carms made the first attack toward Kayron Sawyers, who then followed up with multiple fatal blows, in which Carms was stabbed multiple times, sadly dying on the scene. Kayron Sawyers then fled the scene, even being seen riding around on a bike only minutes after the murder had occurred.
Damn, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. I don't know what the fuck these niggas got going on, but if a nigga tell me to check it out over there, and I don't got a weapon on me, I am not checking it out. I'm going the opposite way. Actually, whatever way you going, I'm going the opposite direction of. I ain't gonna cap to you. Because a nigga telling you to check it out over there, he probably got a tool that's gonna motherfucking take your life. Okay, I'm not going that way unless I got a weapon. Lots of niggas just be trying to be like, yeah, I can't look like no bitch. I gotta look tough as hell. And they end up dying because you want to look tough as hell.
Although he was later arrested. Kayron Sawyers claimed that he acted in self-defense. However, the jury disagreed and charged Kayron Sawyers with manslaughter. In the end, he was handed a 9-year sentence for the murder. During the trial, evidence showed that Kayron Sawyers was actually featured in a 2-4's music video only months before the murder had occurred. Within this music video, members were seen burning green bandanas, this being a sign of disrespect toward the 1-6 gang. Rest in peace, Carms. Shortly after this,
I never understood why the fuck niggas be doing that bandana shit. You literally motherfucking spending your own money on a motherfucking bandana just to burn that shit, nigga. Like, that's some goofy ass shit to do if you ask me. Now, if you stealing the shit, getting the shit for free, okay, I guess. But still, why is you out here stealing bandanas and shit? Goofy behavior again.
Murder in 2022, TK or Stretch would be continuing to make serious noise in the music scene, releasing the track titled Gaza in January 2022, before then dropping his Hotspot freestyle under a month later, even going on to feature on a HB freestyle in March 2022, although this was released in July 2022. Unfortunately, however, TK wouldn't see the success that his HB freestyle would gain, as sadly just weeks later, he was sadly stabbed to death.
Damn.
On the 29th of August 2022, 21-year-old TK or Stretch or Takayo Nembhard would be celebrating at Notting Hill Carnival, this being a Caribbean carnival that is annually held in the area of Notting Hill, Kensington, within West London. Sadly, during the celebration, however, TK was stabbed by someone whilst he was in a large crowd. TK was rushed to hospital, but unfortunately was pronounced dead a few hours.
Bro, I don't even like to go to shit like that, bro. Like, any event where it's a lot of people and they gonna get drunk as hell and shit, I'm not being around that shit because you never know what a drunk individual is thinking, and you never know what they got up on them. And I feel like those moments during these times, like back in the day, yeah, it'd be fun. Niggas could go out have it ain't back in the day no more, bro. You would die going out to have fun, bro. And that little bit of fun don't be worth it, bro. Niggas be like, oh, you scary, you paranoid. No, I'm not, bro. I just don't feel like having to kill nobody, bro. Just because I'm trying to have fun. Cause I ain't gonna let nobody kill me. So it's like, nigga, why even put your like I tell motherfuckers this all the time. Even though I own guns, my goal is to never have to use my gun, bro. I don't want to have to use it. Why? Because it's like, nigga, why do you want to have to use your gun, bro? You should always want to, like, you feel me, not have to use that bitch because why you? What's the point, bro? Taking a life costs a lot of money, cause nigga, you gotta go to jail, you gotta get a lawyer, all that bullshit. It's lots of extra shit that come with catching a body that it's not really worth it. That's why I be like, bro, you should only want to kill someone, bro, if they trying to kill you, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you. That's the only time. And I'm not even trying to put myself in situations where they're trying to kill me. So the goal is to never have to use your gun. If you never got to use your gun, that means you never put yourself inside a situation where you had to use it. Sometimes the situations come to you. That's when you gotta use. But lots of the times you could avoid lots of situations just by being smart.
Hours following the attack, a murder investigation was launched following the murder. This investigation saw the arrests of around 5 people, although these 5 people have since been released, leaving the murder of 21-year-old TK or Stretch unsolved, with Crime Stoppers even going on to offer up £20,000 in 2023 to anyone with information, although this has not managed to turn up anyone. Rest in peace, TK. Only hours following TK.
Bro, they know that $20,000, that shit don't be worth it. That shit don't be worth it because it's like you go snitch. If niggas find out that you told, guess what? They gonna be motherfucking giving a reward out to motherfuckers to find the motherfuckers who killed your ass next on gangs. That shit don't be worth it. Like if you mind your business, you will live a lot longer. I ain't gonna cap to you.
TK's death, his producer released a heartfelt tribute on his Instagram account, which read, 2 years ago, a young 19-year-old man came from Bristol to meet me at my studio with his dad. His name was Takayo Nembhard, aka TK, or Stretch. That meeting took us on a journey. We recorded some great music together. His talent was endless, and I can tell you guys he was close to greatness. So it's with a heavy heart that I bring the news that Takayo passed away last night. TK was a massive loss to the 1-6 crew, who went on to mourn him after his death, with new rappers beginning to make noise in the Bristol drill scene. Example being RC, or Loki, and YM, who released a Load-In freestyle in July 2022, before going on to release another track with YM, although this song featured JM and was titled Plug Talk. Both of these songs amassing tens of thousands of views. YM even went on to do his own solo Plug Talk, which was seriously cold, and turned a lot of people's heads as he was flowing differently on this song. At the beginning of 2023, RC or Loki, YM, and JM dropped another track together, this being titled All Right. If anything, it looked as if these three could become an official trio, as every song they had released gained positive feedback. 1-6 were not the only gang making noise in the Bristol drill scene, however, with 2-4s or 2s also somewhat frequently releasing tracks. These included The Real Truth and multiple loading freestyles. If anything though, it really looked as if RC or Loki, JM, and YM could make it out of the streets.
So what the fuck? Lots of UK niggas like to name they song Loaded because motherfucking Central C got a song called Loading too. So all y'all niggas like to make a song called Loaded. That's just a normal thing with coming a rapper. When you become a rapper in the UK, a drill rapper, you got to make a song called Loaded.
As a trio. Sadly, however, the trio would lose one of their main rappers, this being YM, who was stabbed to death in June 2000.
That's folks. That's why motherfuckers be wearing ski masks and shit because niggas ain't gonna take them serious. They see this shit. They ain't gonna capture you. And this look like a young picture. I know his ass can't look that intimidating as an adult.
2023. On the 10th of June 2023, 16-year-old Mikey Roynan, known as YM, would be traveling on a bus to a girl's 16th birthday party in Bath. On a separate bus, a group of teenagers would also be traveling to the party. However, it is believed that this group of teens were armed with knives. Upon arriving at the party, YM and others began to have fun at the house party. Although only a few hours after the party had begun, the armed teens that were on the bus hours earlier got into an argument with 16-year-old YM, with one of the teens retrieving a knife and stabbing YM in the neck. People at the party began to phone 999 in an attempt at saving YM's life, with the defendants
999. That's how y'all call the police out there. It's 911 in America. Y'all saying 999.
fleeing shortly after the stabbing, although only days later. Shane Cunningham, 16, Leo Knight, 16, and Cartel Bushnell, 16.
Bro, who the fuck is these little niggas, bro? These niggas don't look like they're supposed to be gangbanging, bro. Well, I ain't gonna cap to you. This one look like his ass might be gangbanging. But the other two, they ass don't look like they're supposed to be gangbanging.
Were charged with the murder, with Shane Cunningham going on to stay silent during his interview, whilst interrogators tried their best to find out the truth.
Tell me about what led you to stab Mikey Rowling in the neck. Was it you that stabbed him in the neck? Or was it somebody else that stabbed him in the neck? What was your...
I guess folks a real nigga. He a real nigga holding it down. He doing what he's supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
Your intention when you did that? Was your intention to make him die?
What is all this over? It's a house party, lots of people are there. Is there anything you can tell us now about what happened?
I know all his homies from the block like, yeah, he's a real nigga. They clapping it up for his outstanding member activities right now. You caught a body and you been quiet, even though it's like, nigga, you did it, so who the fuck you could snitch on? But shit, it's like, we never know. He probably couldn't have did it. We ain't gonna know because he ain't telling though.
And why you acted this way? And the knife that was used to stab Mike, was that in your possession the whole time?
In the end, however, Shane
Hold on,
Cunningham was
I'm
found
live
guilty
streaming
and
right now.
jailed for life with a minimum of 16 years, whilst both Leo Knight and Cartel Bushnell were found guilty of manslaughter, being given 9 years for the murder. Rest in
Damn.
peace, YM, or Mikey Roynan. Just under a month following this fatal stabbing, an associate of the rival 2-4's gang was stabbed to death, with this supposedly
Hey,
being
man,
an
I'm
alleged
live streaming right
retaliatory
now.
attack. On the 21st of July, 2023, 19-year-old Eddie, or EK, would be walking on Grosvenor Road in the St. Paul's area of Bristol, BS2. He was attacked shortly before 11 p.m. He sustained multiple stab wounds and sadly died on the scene only
December?
moments later. Upon hearing of his death, police launched a murder investigation. However,
Okay.
despite multiple arrests, no one has been charged for the murder of EK, with this murder going unsolved. Rest in peace, Eddie, or EK. Whilst it is not known what happened between the 1-6 gang and 2-4's gang following this
Okay.
murder, what is known is that in February 2024, a member of 2-4's was allegedly stabbed multiple times by a 1-6 member, resulting in the 2-4's member being rushed to hospital. No other incidents have really occurred within the streets, but I hope that all of the members involved
I guess these niggas is tweaking out there, bro. These niggas tweaking. They tweaking, bro. They tweaking. I thought it was one of the best areas in the UK to live, but these niggas out here tweaking in the UK, bro. Well, in Bristol to be exact. You feel me?
in this rivalry can focus on music instead of the gang life, as realistically this gang life only ever leads to jail or death and never anything positive. These people may
Yeah, you saying all that shit don't mean shit, bro. Them niggas will hear you say that shit and do worse shit just because you told them to do better with their life, bro. They don't want to hear that bullshit. Them niggas like to do the opposite. But if you fucks this video and watched it all the way through, I know your ass fucking with another motherfucking video. So go ahead and go watch another motherfucking video. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and what? Turn on post notifications so you never miss out on any content like this. Go!